Laos, officially known as the Lao People's Democratic Republic, is a landlocked country bordered by Thailand, Vietnam, China, Cambodia, and Myanmar. It is home to over 160 ethnic groups and speaks 84 languages, with Lao as the official language. Covering an area of 236,800 square kilometers, Laos has a population of approximately 7.9 million, with its capital Vientiane serving as the political and economic heart of the nation. Laos has also signed trade agreements with all 9 other members of ASEAN and is engaged in a range of negotiations as a member of ASEAN. Laos is a member of the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership, which took effect in January 2022. The economy of Laos is primarily agricultural, with forests being its largest natural resource, covering 81.3% of the country, but since the late 20th century has remained heavily dependent on foreign aid and investment. The disruption during the Civil War period and the economic policies of the early years of the Lao People's Democratic Republic, notably the attempt to collectivize agriculture, resulted in economic stagnation in the country that is still felt today. Agriculture is the mainstay of the economy of Laos. In the early 21st century, the sector generated nearly half the country's gross domestic product and employed some 3/4 of the population. The expansion of land under cultivation has been impeded, however, largely by the vast quantities of unexploded bombs, dropped mostly by the US military during the Vietnam War that littered potential farmlands. Consequently, only a small portion of the country's total arable land area is cultivated. Laos' main exports are garments, electric power, timber and other forest products, coffee, and various metals and minerals. Major imports include foodstuff, construction and electrical equipment, materials for the garment industry, machinery, and mineral fuels. The country's main trading partners are Thailand, China, and Vietnam. Sticky rice is a staple of Lao cuisine, often accompanying every meal and is deeply embedded in the culture. Lao cuisine also features a variety of herbs, spices, and fermented products with dishes such as lap and som tam, embodying the vibrant flavors of the region. Sauces including fermented fish sauce are integral to Lao cooking, offering a balance of savory umami flavors that complement the fresh, tangy, and spicy components of the cuisine.
Cross-cultural risks refer to the potential for misunderstanding or conflict that arise when organizations from different cultural backgrounds engage in business activities. There are some cross-cultural risks that Jalin may experience if they enter the Laos market. The first one would be the language barrier. The first language of Laos is Lao, and the country ranked very low in English proficiency, as indicated by the Education First English Proficiency Index. This poses challenges for effective communication, particularly in business operation. To mitigate this, Jalin must ensure that all marketing materials such as product labels and digital content are translated into Lao, and employing interpreters or bilingual staff will be essential to facilitate effective communication. When entering a new market, understanding local food preferences is crucial for any food-related business. For Jalin, the distinct food preferences in Laos present both opportunities and challenges. Laotian dishes are known for their bold flavor, often combining spicy, sour, and bitter taste. Ingredients like chili peppers, lime juice, and fermented fish sauce, known as padek, are commonly used to achieve this flavor. Padek, a fermented fish sauce, is a staple condiment known for its strong, pungent flavor. Soy sauce products may not align with these preferences if they are too mild or too sweet. To succeed, Jalin might need to adapt its recipes, potentially incorporating fermented fish element or enhancing the umami taste to better suit the Laotian preferences. In terms of horse height low context model, Laos and Malaysia share the same trait, which they both are high context culture. However, this still can be a challenge because there are certain non-verbal cues that can have totally different meaning in different nations. For example, in Laos, silence is often used to show respect or reflect on information, and interrupting someone is considered impolite. Direct confrontation is generally avoided in Lao negotiation. Offer and counter-offer are typically made indirectly, focusing on finding common ground and mutually beneficial solution. In Laos, a yes response may not always indicate agreement, so it is important to pay attention to other non-verbal signals such as facial expression and body language. Hence, if Jalin want to expand their business in Laos, it is important to understand and learn about the culture of Laos so that business operation can run smoothly.
For the next part, I'll be discussing the country risk of Laos and how it could impact Jalan's potential market entry. Starting with political risk, Laos is a socialist state with a stable yet highly centralized government. While this stability is a positive sign, the authoritarian nature of governance means foreign businesses like Jalan might face bureaucratic delays or sudden regulatory shift. However, as a member of ASEAN and the WTO, Laos benefits from trade agreements which could provide reduced tariff for Jalan's product, but non-tariff barrier like import permit might still pose challenges. Next, economic risk. Laos is a low-income economy with GDP per capita around $2,500. This indicates that disposable income for premium product like Jalan soy sauce may be limited. Another critical factor is currency instability. The Lao kip is prone to devaluation, and inflation has been an ongoing issue. This could increase operational costs, especially since Laos relies heavily on imports. Additionally, as a landlocked country, Laos faces infrastructure challenges. Transportation and logistics may result in higher costs and delay for Jalan. When it comes to legal risks, import regulation for food products in Laos requires strict compliance with health and safety standards. Any delays in meeting this requirement could impact Jalan's supply chain. Moreover, intellectual property enforcement in Laos is weak, which might expose Jalan to counterfeiting risks. Protecting the brand will require proactive measures. Lastly, social and cultural risks. Laotian cuisine already incorporates fermented and salty flavors, making soy sauce a good fit. However, traditional condiments like pedic may dominate consumer preferences. To address this, Jalan can create awareness campaign to educate consumers about the versatility of soy sauce, particularly its use in enhancing both local and international dishes.
Next, the currency and financial risk of international business that Jalan may experience in order to pursue this market in Laos. First, currency risk, which is exchange rate fluctuation.
Laos uses the Lao Kip Club as its official currency, which has historically been volatile against major currencies like the US dollar, USD, and Malaysian ringgit. Currency fluctuation could impact the cost of importing raw materials, exporting goods, and repatriating profits. Jalan's products are priced competitively, so any significant depreciation of the Lao could reduce local affordability and impact the sale. Volatile exchange rates may result in higher transaction costs or pricing uncertainties for their products in Laos.
Next, inflation and purchasing power risk. Laos has faced rising inflation in recent years, partly due to economic shocks and external factors. Inflation erodes purchasing power, potentially reduce demand for imported goods. Jalan's product, while affordable in Malaysia, may face challenges if inflation raises costs for consumers in Laos. Higher costs for logistics and raw material in Laos may impact profit margins. Third, regulatory and taxation risks. Laos impose import duties and taxes on goods. Changes in tax policy or customs regulations could impact costs or delay product entry into the market. As a food producer, Jalan must ensure its products meet Laos halal certification and food safety standards. Additional import tariff could make products less competitive compared to the local or regional competitors. Last but not least, logistic and operational challenges. Laos is a landlocked country with limited infrastructure, which can increase the cost and complexity of logistics. Higher transportation costs may raise the end price of Jalan's product, and delays in supply chain logistics could disrupt consistency of the product availability.
Now let's move on to the next one, which is the commercial risk. So the first one here is the economic risk. Laos face significant economic challenge that could impact Jalan's operation and profitability. The country's macroeconomic environment is marked by high level of public debt, According to the World Bank, Laos debt is unsustainable, which limits the government's ability to invest in infrastructure and public services, factors that could directly or indirectly affect business operations. Additionally, the Asian Development Bank, known as ADB, has forecast GDP growth at 4.0% for 2024 and 3.7% for 2025, indicating a potential economic slowdown. The volatile exchange rate of the Laotian kim against major currencies adds another layer of economic risk. Import-dependent business like Jalan could face significant financial pressure if currency fluctuations lead to higher costs for imported materials on lower revenue when converting sales back to Jalan's home currency. Next, reputational risk. One of the primary challenges for Jalan is aligning its product with local consumer preference. Unlike other East and Southeast Asian countries, Lao cuisine traditionally favors Maggi seasoning and other alternatives over soy sauce. Introducing soy sauce into a market where it is not a staple condiment requires significant consumer education and marketing efforts. Failing to understand or respect local culinary traditions could result in poor product reception and harm the company's reputation. Additionally, any misstep in corporate social responsibility, known as CSR, such as environmental neglect or lack of community engagement, could tarnish Jalan's brand image. Consumers increasingly valuing sustainable and socially responsible practice, Jalan must ensure its operation align with these expectations. Operational risks in Laos are closely tied to the country's infrastructure limitations. The World Bank has noted that macroeconomic instability constrains infrastructure development, which could hinder Jalan's ability to establish an efficient supply chain. Poor road conditions, limited warehousing facilities, and unreliable utilities could lead to delays, increased costs, and logistical inefficiencies. Additionally, the lack of skilled labor in specialized fields could pose challenge for Jalan's local operations. The company may need to invest in training programs or import skilled professionals, further adding to operational costs.
To answer the question, based on the analysis of the cross-cultural, economic, financial, regulatory, and operational risks, it is recommended that Jalan's Sdn Bhd should not enter the Laos market at this time, while expanding into Laos could offer diversification and potential new opportunities. The challenges outweigh the benefits in the current circumstances. Cross-cultural risks, such as the language barrier and distinct Laotian food preferences, pose significant hurdles. The need for recipe adaptation and effective communication strategies, including translating marketing materials into Lao and hiring bilingual staff, would require substantial investment and effort. Additionally, understanding and respecting the cultural nuances in communication, like the indirect negotiation styles in Laos, could slow business operations and lead to misunderstandings. Economic and financial risks also make Laos a challenging market for Jalan. High inflation rates, projected to reach 25% in 2024, could reduce consumer purchasing power, making Jalan's product less affordable to the average Laotian consumer. The volatile exchange rate of the Lao kip further complicates pricing strategies and financial planning. This instability could result in increased costs for importing raw materials and uncertainties in revenue conversion to Jalan's home currency. Furthermore, Laos' underdeveloped infrastructure, landlocked geography, and limited logistical capabilities present additional challenges. These factors increase transportation costs, disrupt supply chains, and make it difficult to ensure consistent product availability in the market. The competitive and regulatory environment in Laos also poses risks. The soy sauce market is niche, with entrenched players dominating the landscape. Competing against these established brands in a market with slow growth would require significant marketing and differentiation efforts with no guarantee of success. Regulatory challenges such as strict food safety standards and import duties could further reduce Jalan's competitiveness compared to local and regional products. Missteps in meeting these requirements or failing to align with local culinary preferences could harm Jalan's brand reputation. Moreover, operational inefficiencies such as limited access to skilled labor and inadequate infrastructure could escalate costs and disrupt business operations. In conclusion, While Laos represents a potential long-term market, the current risks and challenges make it an unsuitable destination for Thailand's immediate expansion. It would be more strategic for Thailand to focus on entering markets with larger consumer base, better infrastructure, and more stable economic conditions, such as Thailand or Vietnam. This approach ensures that Thailand maximizes its resources and secures sustainable growth in markets with higher immediate returns.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Fazlin Izwan and I did the part for country background.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nadira binti Jamanaini with metric number 2213788. In this video, my part is cross-cultural risk.
Hello everyone, my name is Shafa Afkarina Zahrani with metric number 2114394 and I'm working on the country risk part of the video.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nur Hamani Atira binti Bakar Zaman and I'm presenting currency and financial risk.
My name is Nabila Adipa binti Muhammad Sani 2114490 and I am doing the commercial risk.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Nur Fatihah Dayana binti Muhammad Adnan. I'm doing the analysis for cross-cultural risk, country risk, currency risk and also commercial risk.